What's up, toy collectors? It's Jason the X back with another review, and this is of the Fans Toys number 24 Rouge figure. But before we get into the review for this figure, let me share a little story with you guys. So I like to buy a lot of my stuff from Toy Dojo because I live in Dallas, and Austin is not that far. They're very good with shipping, and it gets to me rather quickly. So I like to buy from them. This toy, however, and I always get my products in pristine packing and all that stuff. They take good care to make sure things get to me in time and safely. Unfortunately, this time the USPS decided to take away from their work. So, normally it takes about 2 to 3 days for a product to get to me from Toy Dojo. This took 10 because it went to California. And when it went to California, it finally got here. And the box looked like it had been literally stepped on. So, I was dismayed because you know how much these things cost. You know how we love to take care of our stuff and whatnot. And the box was pretty smashed, and then I opened up to find this was smashed as well. And I started to really get worried because I was really hoping that my thing wasn't broken. I got open this styrofoam here, which had sustained quite a crack or whatever. But the toy was in good shape. One wheel doesn't roll, but that might be, a manufacturer thing. I don't know. So let's take a look at Rouge, Fans Toys Rouge, or Arcee. There's what the box looks like. This is what the box looks like when someone from the U.S. Postal Service has stepped on it like a jackass. There's a look at her car mode. On the side, you got some artwork. I love this artwork too. It's very good. This is my first purchase of fan toys. Actually, I've never gotten anything from them, and I gotta say, I'm really impressed by what they put out here. So don't let the pink paint fool you. Rouge is not a fembot to be trifled with. Compassionate and protective, this big sister will mercilessly. Mercilessly and aggressively defend her brothers and humanity from the vile assaults of her robotic enemies. Sleek. Okay, I'm not reading that whole thing. There's a lot there. So anyway, if you want to read that, go ahead and just pause on each one. I'm not going to read it because I started to get a little fired up when I looked at the condition of this box again. Oh, I hate you so much, USPS. I don't know how this happened, but yeah, I'm putting them on blast. No package should look like it was stepped on. So, yeah, doesn't matter. I'm glad I'm not a mitten box collector. So now that you've heard my rant, let's look at Arcee, or Rouge, not Rogue, Rouge, guys. Some of the other reviewers out there, they keep saying Rogue. I've been guilty of this. I said the Strike Force Rogue when I reviewed the Gundam Perfect Grade Rouge that my friend Neil had. So anyway, getting a closer look on the figure, I added that in because it's not about symbol, it belongs there. Very nice on the car mode. Got some translucent blue up here on the headlights, nice yellow paint on the turn signal here. Quite a bit of die cast in this figure as well. There's some up here in the hood area. You got a nice translucent cockpit here. Moving back, little die cast steering wheel there. You got some detail of a little control thing, control panel. The seats, it is what it is. You can see through it to the bottom. But let's think about it, what this goes into, and yeah, we'll cut it a break. Got the nice fenders on the back, and this nice fin here. Very clean on here. Some of the back panels don't want to tab in quite correctly. Got some nice tail lights. Well, painting back here. This is not translucent plastic, but it is raised up and painted. The wheels in the front, they do roll. The wheel on the back rolls. This wheel does not roll so well. It really has to be forced. I've tried loosening the screw, but can't really get it to roll. Now, she does have, barely enough clearance to get by because you can see her eyes right there. And moving on to the inside of the figure, you can see, there's her head folded away. You can see the arms, the legs. I'm not complaining about that because it is interesting transformation to get this figure to what she looks like, and it's very accurate, so I'm not going to complain about the underside of the vehicle that I will never ever look at. I am going to complain about this wheel, but I don't know if this wheel, because it is on the side of the box, it was mostly crushed, I don't know if this is some damage from someone intentionally stomping their... Oh, okay, I was about to say something, just, yeah. Anyway, good looking car boat though. For comparison, here she is with just one of the Lambos. Got my G2 sideswipe here, and in scale, this looks good together. Perfect scaling for the that car size masterpiece line. Nice rolling there. Good rolling. Anyway, so just a really good looking figure in the robot mode. Now, I will say the transformation on this can be tricky, specifically in her big backpack pieces that you see, but we're gonna try to get through that as easy as possible. But before we do that, let's go ahead and see some of her accessories. She does come with a nice rifle piece here. Got 2 tones of pink, some black in there. She does have this tab in here. That's going to go into the hand. But yeah, but wait, there's more. You can actually take the barrel off of this and the stock, and then you've got kind of a larger pistol. And I like that. It's pretty cool. And she's fully capable of holding this thing like an actual rifle too, with her posability. You can just pin those back on. She comes with her blaster. I kind of wish she had come with 2 of these, because this is a really, I love this one. I want to see her dual wielding. You can kind of see some daylight through there, but nice paint, very clean. She also comes with, and I haven't even opened this piece because it's just kind of, I mean, it's there. She does come with some hands that are not tabbed, if you want a more natural look. But I honestly think if you were to take her gun and put it in her hand and close the hand around it, it would not stay in like I thought it would when I started this insane idea. No, it will not. So, okay, if you don't want her to hold a weapon, you can have these hands on there. But she does come with the left and right. She's scheming and plotting. These are scheming hands. And she comes with another die-cast chest piece, which is less busty than the one that she comes with. But I left that one on because, I don't know, I guess I have some things to work out. Anyway, along with that, she does come with a series of interchangeable faces. Her glasses that she put on when she was looking for Hot Rod outside of Autobot City. Got the nice red lips. Very good job on the paint. And the face is just, it's a pink color with the white here. I don't know if I got my lights turned up too high, but you see there is some of that in there. She does have one that has the larger eyes. And I kind of like this one. I'm torn between putting this one on because she got those larger eyes. Yeah, this one that's kind of a pleasant smile. And then she has this one where her mouth is slightly open. And then there's this face where her eyes are closed and her mouth is open. Why, guys? I don't know. Apparently they got something to work out too. Now, she does come with some good instructions. As you can see, mine are slightly dented because of a boot that crushed this package. And I would recommend, when you get this figure, maybe go look at some reviews. I'm going to do my best to transform it so you can kind of see what we're doing. It's not a hard transformation at all. You just need to be very careful and patient, because she is kind of a dainty thing. I love the instructions though. They're very good. I mean, they're not great, but I've seen better, especially with some stuff that Hasbro is putting out here recently. But without further ado, let's go ahead and move on to the transformation of this figure. So, the first thing you want to do is come up here and untab these panels right here. that actually locks in her legs on the bottom half here. There's also tabs on the side for her feet, but I can never really get those in well, and the gray pieces keep it in there enough for me. So, with that, you can bring this body down, and you can take the legs and kind of just unpeg them. Well, they don't really peg in. They just kind of slide in here. They do lock, in a sense, in there. They lock fairly well. Once you get the legs down, you want to twist it at the thigh. And you can see she's pretty much a shell on top, but hey, what are you going to do? Take this panel and fold in. You need to make sure this is out because it's going to go into the hinges that you see back there. They're going to fit inside there. Other side, same thing. I kind of pushed that panel in already. The knees, well, right above the knee at the thigh, you want to push this up into the body, into the thigh. And on the bottom, you have this weird spot right here. It's to make our legs more flexible when they're going into car mode. And you just want to push that in there. Get a nice little clip. Once again. All right. And then you just want to straighten out the toes. And for her legs, we're pretty much, well, we're not done. You want to take the hips and pull them out like so. It's going to give you a lot more posability. I think that side was already out. There you go. Now, those gray panels that we unpegged from the car, you want to fold those in. One of them already did, so got that. Take the waist piece and push it down. All right, sorry, I have to tend to something. Also, I forgot to say, she comes with a card. Look at this. This thing is great. This is an awesome card. Same bio that was on the side of the box. Less pictures, but man, this thing is just like Gambit quality right there. Could toss this thing and probably puncture something. I may actually try. Anyway, moving back to the figure. Random cutaway. So now we have the problem of this carapace, if you would. We need to split it there. Come up to here. This is also tabbed into the front and a tab that goes underneath the side there. We can pull that away. I think I moved something with my finger on the other side. There we go. Now we got that out the way. There's a part that this seam, it's tabbed in. I can remove that, and then we have this long die-cast metal bar here that's going to facilitate a lot more movement. Same thing. Actually, we're not even going to do that other side. I just want to get to probably the most difficult part of this transformation. So the first thing you want to do is come to the back section, fold this to the side, and move that piece out. So they need to trade places, basically. Move this out, fold that in, fold this in, fold this part. Yeah, my hand just went all the way in the way there. Fold that part out and up. After that, you can take this and fold it in. Actually, I don't even think you should do that right now. This is, like I said, this is the absolute hardest part of this transformation. The one that you need to be the most careful on. This is on a dual hinge right here. You want to take that and push it up. Then take this part and collapse it down to here. But at the same time, you want this open. And we need to get this part past, I did that wrong. Don't fold that in just yet because you want to sandwich that all together like this, like so. Now, this part needs to go up here, but you have to get it past this mechanism up here, and it needs to go on this side. So basically, after you get all this folded up, you want to move the bar, and this is, like I said, this is the most difficult part of this transformation. And I'm trying to make sure the camera stays on so you can see exactly what you have to do. I'm just letting it rest on the table. That way I'm not stressing any parts, but I've done this a few times and I don't like it. So now that we've got that over, we need to get this hinge up. So once we get that up and past there, You see it sticking out right there. And now it's in position pretty much. And you just want to take this tab and bring it down to here. Why doesn't this? Okay, that wasn't up far enough. There we go. Once that's all flush, then you can bring this down and you're pretty much done. And that is, like I said, the most hair-raising part of doing this figure. Transforming this figure. Wow. Take the wheel and push it in. Same thing with the other side. And we have one side done. So let's move on. Same thing. Try to do this better so y'all can see it. Untab the seam. From here, move along the arm. This part comes up, that part goes in, this part comes up, in, of course untab it for that double hinge. Do not bring that in just yet, like I just made that mistake. Bring it all out of the way, this up and into there, to which bring this down. And over. Actually, it was a lot easier that time. I just kind of wedged it up as I was moving the panel into place. So, you know, it is what it is. After which you want to take this part, rotate it around. We rotated it right here. And I may have jumped the gun a bit, but you want to take the arms, bring this up a little bit, bring them down and away. Because I need to move past all of this because these are going to help lock the upper torso in place. Now, up here you have this panel that you need to separate. Take this piece that was her bumper and fold it up into her chest. Just a ham-fisted way of doing this. So, next up, you want to take, hang on, I'm getting a little off here. Okay, so now that we have this back here, you want to fold that down and just unpeg this part. This section here, that's going to rotate, and then you can move it down along this little track here. Once you do that, you want to take the hood portion that you had, and we have to, I am just getting all combobulated here. So, the next trick is getting this part down and through this area here. So you need to kind of fold it down, and there we go. It goes through. Now we got that. You want to rotate these up into the center, making sure that her upper arms are out of the way. Because this is going to be the inside of her chest. Notice I have these panels like out like this because it's easier to move them up because they're actually going to fold over her shoulder. So you just want to move it along this hinge, and I don't know why I have so many problems getting this side in. Alright, so now that we got that, you want to just pinch this together, and then you can take the bottom torso part. You gotta want to make sure you get this right because these two slots here are going to tab in there. Crossed her legs somehow. It's important to get this right because it's gonna help with the overall look of the torso. So once you got those tabbed in, you want to make sure it's as flush as possible, and I think I have this wrong because it's all due to that backpack slider piece. You want it all the way down so you can get that part in there. And this can be a little tricky as well. So right now we're just gonna see if we can get her in the right positioning here. Take the arms and fold them down, and you're gonna tab them into the shoulders, or tab the shoulders into those car pieces that were on the front. Then you can take this part and just kind of fold it down across her back, move this over, tab that in as well. Very securely tabbed, by the way. And that's just a mushroom peg. Nothing broke. It's hard doing this on camera. Like in hand, it's not too hard to do. So we have that. So now we can bring the front piece down. You have two tabs here and two slots in the back of our breastplate here that are going to tab in. And see, I've untabbed the back side. So just kind of push those in, and then the head will lock over those two pieces right there. See, I'm not getting it closed off, so... Oh, I didn't have her wheels pushed in all the way. So those have to be pushed all the way until they tab. Feel a little bit of a click. Let's see if I can just get her head on there and then try to... That's weird. I'm not having any luck with... I've done this a lot, too. Okay, so the problem was, in the transformation, I did not make sure that this plate was all the way back. And I kind of gouged a little bit. But you need to make sure this is all the way down. This sliding joint here needs to go all the way down so that this part can actually clear that. See, I raised it up, but you got to make sure that that is further back so that hinge has enough room to get back there. So now we can go back to here, push that up into there, then move that back up into there and put those together. So now, make sure that's folded all the way down. You want to get it right about there. It's again cut away. Just bring that up to there. Did I say that that other part was the hard part? I must have been wrong. I must have been way wrong. Let's try this. We'll tab these shoulders in now to keep them from moving all over the place. Look at that. See? Now we're solid. Get this at that angle there. Bring this down to here. There we go. And that's where you want that, because you want as little separation between there as you can, because that's just going to make her chest look better as far as how it lines up. There's already enough gap there. Take that back panel and just fold it down. Just against her back. You can bring that steering wheel out of the way. That's just going to sit there. These shoulder pieces go to the back, and then you want to hinge this in and tab those two tabs and slots into there. That's going to lock everything, and then just take the head and push it down. Rotate at the forearms. Make sure everything's pegged in, and there you have Fans Toys Rouge, not Arcee, in her robot mode. And wow, I said it was a bit of a fiddly transformation. I didn't know. I wasn't prepared to do it on camera. I wasn't, because it's a pain. These little joints, just want to make sure they're all the way up. It's gonna look more natural like that. There you go. And this is a good looking Arcee. I mean, you can't ask for better than that for an Arcee. I don't know if Hasbro is going to be tackling this anytime soon, but this has already set a pretty good bar. Any Arcee is going to look gangly in, well, it's going to have some open gaps in car mode. There's going to be some folded up pieces in robot mode. I think this one accomplishes it the best. I know there's another company that put out a Cup and a Leia. She had swords, which was kind of cool, but it was a crap figure. That thing just, no. So anyway, getting a closer look on Arcee, she does look pretty good. This is the head that she normally comes with. You got the Princess Leia buns on the side. Nice blue eyes, no light piping, but that's very, very good blue. And you saw these faces earlier. On the back, you got a lot of the car shell is up in here, and that's fine. There's the Autobot symbol there. I mean, she does get a little gappy here. You can see that, and you can see through her chest there. A lot of die cast on the figure. This whole chest piece is die cast, and this is the one that she comes with. The legs have quite a bit of die cast in them, and that's good because she needs to stand, and she has a very, very small footprint. So I can't tell you how much die cast is. I mean, like, you can feel the cold bits on here, and she's got some weight to her. So yeah, you got the little belly button thing, some circuitry panels there. Looks like there's a little bit, just some dirt. Arms. Legs look good. The wheels are hiding in the back. I'm perfectly fine with that. You got this little black part down here by the feet. In the back, I love these things. Like, it's like jetpack boosters or something. I know it was never used that in the cartoon, but hey, it looks that way to me. Articulation wise, she does have a bit of an ankle pivot. Actually, she's got a lot of ankle pivot. You look at that joint down there, but I don't want to press too much. On the side, you can see there's definitely a stopping point there. She will toe the line. Ankles go back and forth and twist right there. There's a lot of ankle articulation already. Double jointed knees. Look at that. Well past the 90-degree point. Twist at the thigh. The legs have a nice universal joint down there. You can go all the way out to the side. Go forward about that far. Go back about that far. Very nicely done there. No waist articulation because of all of this here. You're not going to get it. It's just not going to happen. Maybe they'd found a way to separate that or put it further up in there. It's not going to happen. No torso articulation either. The arms are on a ball joint and will go out about that far. They can rotate 360, but you do have the stuff in the way here. Twist at the bicep, double jointed elbows. Twist at the forearm and the hands open and close. She does have that little tab in there for her weapons, which we'll show off. The head can go up and down and untab itself. But pretty expressive ball joint there. You got a hinge right there and a ball joint into the head. So yeah, she can get a lot of expressions. Now, if you want to change the face, it's very easy to do. You just pop open the helmet, which I don't know if I showed that on the transformation, how that opens and closes. I think I just kind of accidentally did it with my hand. Which is in car mode, you want to make sure that thing's as far back as it can go. There you have that nice. See, she has a translucent blue piece in there, but the eyes are not. So I guess that's just painted. But if you want to put another face on, you can put this one on. There you go. You got some bigger eye. Wow, those are really anime-esque eyes. Okay. Was not prepared for that. That's a little much. Yeah. Yeah, no. Get her visor on there. There you go. Looks pretty cool. You can put that face on there if you have some sort of problems and maybe you have to work some stuff out. You've got that face. I am never putting that on except for this review. I'm just not. We'll go back to this one. I don't know if this is the one that's I think that's the one she came with. So I wanted the one. Okay, for the rest of this review, she's going to have the slightly smiling face. There we go. There. It's a happy Arcee. Or happy Rouge, whatever. Now, she is a bit back heavy. I wonder about placing this on my masterpiece shelf because my masterpiece shelf is rather high up, and if something hits it, she'll probably go over. So we'll see how that works out. Now, if you want to put the weapons in her hands, there's a little slot on the front of every weapon. Just push it into her hand and then just kind of close it around. So there she is with a rifle. Take the other handgun. Like I said, I wish she had two handguns. I like my robots to dual wield. There you go. As far as the chest piece, you can change that out, but you need to do some screw work here. You've got screw holes there, and we'll need to unscrew these and take that other white piece off of the bumper to put that on if you want it. But just to give you an idea, there's the difference in bust size that you're gonna have to deal with. As far as the hands, you already saw they're on a little mushroom pad. You can just pop those off if you want. I'm just not gonna use those. I want her to be battle ready, so gonna have hand holding or gun holding hands. Comparison-wise, since we compared her to a G2 side swipe, here she is with a G1 side swipe, and she's rather tall. Side swipe, first one on the line. There's always a kind of, stepchild. Kind of, you came along afterwards. Here she is next to Hot Rod, still a little bit taller than him. Kind of wish I had Fans Toys Springer because he's very tall, but she's meant to be in kind of this size class, so I'm okay with that. I mean, mind you, he's kind of an A stance. She is a bit of a tall figure, but like I said, she is a bit back heavy. But once you get her standing up, I mean, I'm shaking the table. Hot Rod just fell over before she fell over with his weak ankles. Weak ankles, boy. But there you go, guys. Overall, this is a pretty good figure, I think, for Fans Toys. Did a really good job with this one. I would highly recommend it. And like I said, I got mine from Toy Dojo, good place to buy from. This is not a paid advertisement at all. They're just a good store. USPS can suck it for what they did to this box. But thankfully, and I give Toy Dojo a shout out because they managed to package this thing in a way that even with all the damage done, it still got to me in one piece. So anyway, guys, I'm Jason the X. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Jason the X. Of course, follow SCNS Live at SCNS Live on Twitter and Instagram, and our Facebook page, facebook.com/SCNS Live. Give this video a like, a subscribe, or an upvote or a downvote, all that good stuff. But until next time, guys, I'll catch you later.